Hey everyone, Narrow Tide back here, and I've got another franchise career mode coming at you guys. This time around we're going to be doing an MLB 15 The Show franchise mode. And as you can see by this long stall in the video on the on the Blue Jays, you might guess it's going to be with my local Toronto Blue Jays. So I hope you guys enjoy. This is going to be the first time I kind of really do this with a baseball game. So if any of you have watched sort of my FIFA career mode, it's going to be a similar kind of style to that. We'll try and do highlights and that sort of thing, give you some roster updates, and throw in a few jokes every now and then, and hopefully everybody likes it. So as always, please leave a comment, subscribe, any of that good stuff. Let me know what you guys think, what you want to see more of, fewer highlights, more highlights. You know, give it a couple episodes because I'm still trying to figure out the format. At least, you know, yeah, for the first 3 episodes, format is kind of like, it's kind of iffy. This first episode is going to be a bit of just an overview of the team. Got to avoid saying stuff like squad so that I don't start rehashing footy vocabulary, but this one's going to be sort of an overview of the team, the roster, some of the prospects, and we're going to do highlights from the season opener, from opening day. So yeah, I think at least initially I'm playing on dynamic difficulties, so I'm going to try and go through probably the first week or two. I'm going to try and play every game. That's not how this series is going to work. I'll probably play 1 out of every 5 or so. Something like that, but anyways, at least initially for the games that I do play, I'll try and show like a series recap per video, I guess. So 2 or 3 games depending on what's going on. So yeah, I think that's all the kind of major housekeeping that we need to get out of the way. A couple of sort of roster-based housekeeping. Going to be playing with GM contracts on, so it can get fired if I don't do a good job. I'm also playing with the OSFM rosters, so they have all the real minor league players, as you can see here. You know, you're looking at Max Pentecost, who's pretty highly touted catching prospect for the Jays. I think they drafted him last year along with Jeff Hoffman, who's a pitching prospect. So both of those guys are pretty new to the organization, probably not expected to make an impact for at least a couple of years. And they're in the game. And I also made my own kind of minor tweaks to some of the players. I dropped Aaron Sanchez down a few points because most of his stats are based on being a reliever last year. At 82 overall, I think he might be a little bit overrated in the game. I also dropped Andy Dirks because, first of all, he got cut. Second of all, I mean, I think his rating based on his career stats obviously ends up being like a 78 or something like that, which realistically, if he was a 78, he would be on a starting MLB lineup. So that's not something that's happening. And Kevin Pillar also gets a bit of a bump up for fielding. It's a minor bump up. I think he goes from like an atrocious 60 to a less atrocious 65. And that's pretty much it. I also imported some of the updated caps from Sony, so Devin Travis, I think, got bumped up to like a 78. Who else? The 2 pitchers, Osuna and Miguel Castro, also got slight bump ups. I think they're 70 and 74 respectively. So nothing major there. As you saw from the roster, I'll let you guys kind of take a look at the opening day pageantry because I don't know. I think MLB does this really well. Not the actual league, but the game. Sony San Diego does this pretty well. They really seem to get kind of the pageantry and the fun and the excitement of opening day and opening weekend and the home openers and that sort of thing. So it's kind of cool to watch that. Yeah, as we saw Alex Rodriguez on the field again, which should be exciting. I think you just saw him tie or pass Hank Aaron last week, so that was interesting. Yeah, so today's game, first game of the opening series against the Yankees, Hutchison and Tanaka going at it. We're going to keep the pretty standard like real-life Jays lineups and rotation. So we got Hutchison as the opening day guy, I believe, followed by Dickey, Norris, Burley, and Sanchez. I've tried to update the rosters with real injuries, so like major ones, like Yu Darvish is done. Marcus Stroman not going to be in the lineup. He's out for the season in this game as well. So those kind of guys you won't be seeing, and hopefully it adds a little bit of authenticity to kind of how the season plays out. As we look at the lineup here, and no Alex Rodriguez. Garrett Jones is DHing, which I find a little unusual, but clearly clearly management's dislike of A-Rod is much stronger in the game than it is in real life, as they seem to have found a use for him in that kind of DH role. Yeah, as we take a look at the scouting report for Hutchison, he kind of cruised through this game, at least initially. Strikes out a batter. It's 1-0. Bottom of the third, though. Taken for a ride, I believe, by Stephen Drew, as Jose Bautista tries to rob that one over the wall. That's Stephen Drew's career home run number 98, in case anybody was wondering, which I don't think anyone was. But Hutchison does get out of the inning with a K, as we see Tanaka and Hutchison both having pretty similar pitch speeds. He gets taken for a ride there to left field. Kevin Pillar making the run, and he does catch it. Looked like that one was going out for a while there, but fortunately not. And we see here, I think this is late in the game here, a pretty terrible hit with a runner on third. An error is made on the pretty routine play to first, and the tying run scores as the Jays were down 2-1 there. As we take a look quickly, kind of the highlights are a bit sketchy in this video. You know, guys, we'll just have to kind of bear with it. I'm still, like I said, I'm working on the format. As we take a look at Hutchison and Tanaka, 7 innings, 12 Ks, no walks for Hutchison, so pretty good start on his first game of the season. So hopefully we can get more of that from him. As Edwin is up to bat here, top of the 8th, Edwin Encarnacion, runners on first and second. He is, I try to guess bottom left as I want to pull it, but Edwin decides, you know what, gonna take a swing here, hold my ground, and he swings opposite field, takes that one out of the park. Joe Girardi not too happy with that, as you know, that's why you don't take out your starter if you don't have to. Tanaka really had us down there, and you know, that lucky error kind of really benefited us, as we see Joey Bats, Russell Martin looks like, giving him the high five, and what was a 2-1 deficit is now a 5-2 lead, so pretty good. I think the porch in right field is a short porch at Yankee Stadium, so I'm not 100% sure. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Bottom of the 9th, Aaron Loop, obviously no save opportunity. I think he's in for his second inning, looking to just close it out. That one is taken deep left field, but foul. I think that looks like maybe Teixeira is up. 7-2, big lead, and Loop does finish the game off. So pretty good start to the season. Yeah, you should be happy, guys. Pete Walker with rocking the very distinctive facial hair, which I love to see recreated in the game. As the Jays pull out to an early, 1-0 season run here. 162-0 still a possibility right now. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Drew Hutchison can feel pretty confident with the work he's done here today, and the Yankees are going to have to regroup and maybe find a way to put A-Rod into the lineup, because that was not a particularly good showing from the hitting department. For us, not particularly good until the bats opened up in like the 8th inning, but we'll take it. 4 runs in the 8th, 1 in the 7th on that error, I believe you guys saw, and 12 hits. 3 errors made by the Yankees, though, so as you guys can see, we got pretty lucky in some cases. But that being said, I mean, Edwin's 3-run blast, still no error there, just a bad pitch. So that's it. That's it for the first video, guys. As we take a look at the player of the game, you'll kind of see the exit or outro with some of the highlights of the match, the stats, and that sort of thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll definitely see you in the next episode. Keep an eye out, because I'm going to try and just finish off the opening series here against the Yankees. So it'll probably be 2 games, and usually we'll go for 2 or 3 games in each of the videos here. as we take a look, it looks like almost everybody ended up getting a hit except for the 8th and 9th batters for the Jays, so we'll take it if that's what we can expect for the rest of the season. Yeah, so anyways, like I said, guys, hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, give me a like, comments, whatever you feel, whatever you want to see more of, less of, let me know, and talk to you guys soon. Take care.